Hello, everybody. I'm just gonna wait for a few seconds so that others could join us. Happy, should I say, happy new month of November. Happy November and happy Sunday to everybody. I have missed being on a live stream. I was tempted to do live stream when I was in Nigeria, but I don't trust the. I mean, I don't trust the way. I don't trust the network. And yeah, I'm just gonna wait for a few more people to join me, and then we will dive into what this is all about. Okay, just checking to see if there's any further updates. Uh, welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, everybody. This is going to be a very, very quick live stream, guys. Very, very quickly. I just started to come so that I can chat with you guys. Hello, Janet G. How are you? How have you been? You're the first person in the house tonight. It's good to see you again. Happy Sunday. Yeah. So welcome, Glory Chema. Welcome, welcome. It's been a while on this. I know. Like, see, while I was in Nigeria, I was craving to go, like, to have a live stream, but Nigeria network, like, I have like 3 different SIM card networks. As I'm connecting to one, I'm connecting to another one. Even if you notice, I was dropping all of the videos on Regina Daniels and all of these things. But my network, hotel network, my apartment network was not great. The hotel network was not great. I was practically going everywhere with like 3 mobile phones and 3 different mobile network. It was crazy, but yeah. And I was catching up with everything here. I was able to join a few live streams and all of that. So welcome everybody. And how have you all been? It's good to see you guys again. You guys know why I'm here. Okay, so I see Glory Chema. Glory Chema said it's been a while. Yes, it's been a while. It's been a while. I'm probably going to be doing like back to back because I'm following this story of the United States president. I just want to come and hear you guys' opinion because I've practically dropped 2 videos today. And I just want to come and hear your opinion so far. Okay, and since everything happened, obviously since Trump, the thing that kind of like surprised me the most was the fact that Donald Trump dropped a tweet. And President Tinubu, it was not even up to 24 hours that Donald Trump dropped that tweet, and President Tinubu replied. Like, hey, tough luck, welcome back again. Welcome back. I just have to come here. Like, guys, I'm gonna drop the link in the comment section. I'm gonna drop the link in. Let's get talking because right now I really don't know what's happening. For me, obviously, I've dropped a post somewhere and I've asked you guys that do you genuinely want President Trump to invade Nigeria? Do you genuinely want him to invade Nigeria? And one thing is this, let us be very, very honest with one another, okay? When I left Nigeria in year 2005, and that was when I have been hearing and I've been seeing the news of all this Boko Haram, and then they would go into churches, and I'm sure most of you here would remember instances like that happening. They will go into churches, that is where they were attacking. If any of you remember clearly, please let me know in the comment section that you remember clearly. Like I said, I left Nigeria in 2005, and during that period and shortly after I left Nigeria, it's been happening that Boko Haram often go into churches, to cause mayhem there. And then they will go about wearing all of this BOMB thingy, jackets and enter a bus and stuff like that. They were doing it. But then it's been happening all these years, and our government has never really, 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 really maybe done something about it. Maybe they were doing something about it, was just not open to us. But then it started with Boko Haram, and then all of these bandits in the bushes and stuff like that. And then it's gone on to full scale kidnappings as well. Look at the event that happened in Yelewata in Benue State. There was no on ground news channel to cover that story. It took, I think the incident happened Friday stroke Saturday night. It took us to find out. For me, let me speak for myself. It took me up until Sunday afternoon when Very Dark Man posted a video while he was there. That was how I found out. Even as at then, no news channel was reporting that news. No news channel whatsoever was reporting that news. I think it was Very Dark Man who first posted the video about that Yelewata thingy. And then, how many days did it take the president of Nigeria to, put out see, even if he was not even visiting the area, it's understandable that, okay, he's not based in Bono, he's either in Abuja or something. It took him maybe 2 to 3 days for him to actually organize a press conference, even if not for anything, at least to condemn the act, to condemn what happened. I was just saying that, what, all of our political leaders, all of our leaders in Nigeria, they travel abroad. Baba Tinubu travel abroad countless times every year. All of the senators we have in Nigeria, they travel out of the country everywhere. They listen to foreign news. They listen to international news. I don't think there's ever been any time where a huge case like that, or maybe not as big as that, has ever happened in the UK, that you will not hear the Prime Minister come out to say something, especially something like the one that happened in Nigeria in Borno State. There will have been, the Prime Minister will have said something. All of the news channel in the UK will be, running that story as a breaking news. But it was not the same for Nigeria. It took how many days for our president to even come out and say something? It just goes on as if that our government do not actually care about Nigerian lives. That's how I've seen it. That's how I've seen it, because I don't understand why things will happen. It's as if the Nigerian government is oblivious to the things that Nigerians are going through. Is it that nobody updates them, or they just don't care? They are just there because they want to say, oh yes, Nigeria has a government. Because I don't really understand. Hello, good evening, sister. Well, Sister Bigpe, welcome. How are you? Because I'm trying to understand, and I was just having a chat with a sister on WhatsApp there that, what, I've only just come back from Nigeria. That Nigeria is sweet. Nigeria is beautiful. I stayed in Lagos and I went on to travel to Ibadan. Those two cities, when I was there, they were peaceful. I can't say the same for all the states in Nigeria. I can't say the same for all the states in Nigeria. And even though I only just returned from Nigeria yesterday, I'm already daydreaming. Like, I've been daydreaming Nigeria since morning, because I would love to go back there. So, like I said, it's as if our government, like, they're acting as if they don't care. They're acting as if, well, we are just governments. Yes, Nigeria has a democratic government. They have one. Let everybody be raving mad. That's why I see there. Like, okay, Shebi, a country has to have a government. Okay, Nigeria has one. But then we don't see, our government is not functional. Our government is not functional. Look at the case of this girl, Oshanya. I'm sorry if that's not how to pronounce it. Look at the case of that girl. The first lady of Nigeria is yet to say something. The first lady of Nigeria is yet to say something. That such heinous crime was done against a girl from the age of 8 years old up until she turned 13. You would imagine that, she will come out here, put out a press release to say, I condemn that act, I did this, I do that, but nothing. Nothing. And I'm super happy that even though this case was already, done and heard in court, because like I said in the video I made, that make it make sense that the person will commit the crime gone gone, the judge did not find him guilty, but the judge found the wife who knew the atrocities committed was going on. The judge found her guilty and sentenced her. But the man who did the do, the judge did not find him guilty in any way. Like, make it make sense. Make it make sense. I know I'm digressing. There's a lot that is going on with Nigeria, but let's stick to this case of President Trump. So, like I said, all of these buyings, all of this, there's always been extrajudicial killings in Nigeria, especially during elections. You all know what happened in the last election. Robert Stendhal, hello Robert Stendhal. Robert Stendhal, let me put your comment on the screen. Robert said, "Thank you for your comment. I live in Baltimore, Maryland, United States. It's real. It's real. Nigeria is going to be invaded. It's go. I was actually saying I did a live stream I did a video earlier. I'm like, I won't be surprised if the US are already in Nigerian waters. You all know how US rolls, right? It will not come as a shock if the US, their marine, it will not come as a surprise if their marine is already in our waters. They are just waiting for Trump to say go, and then that's it. So I get where you're coming from, Robert. So like, it just doesn't make sense. So all of these extrajudicial killings have been happening. Look at all of the past election. We all know what happened to Bola Ige. Look at all of the people, in politics who have been one way or the other against opposition parties or something when it comes to election. Look at how some of them have been taken, how some of them have been unalived. But I've always said politics is not safe in Nigeria. It's either you're on the bad side, or if you're on the good side, watch your back 247. But if you're on the other side, well, maybe you are safe. But what I'm trying to say here is that all of these extrajudicial buyings have been happening for a very, very long time. So it might not be that, it's only Christians that have been buyed. But then, what religion is mostly ridiculed, in my own opinion, is the Christians. You'll see content creators, they will dress up as a nun and do orishi, but I don't think I've ever seen a content creator dressed like an imam and do skits. Now, I'm not the kind of person who would allow religion rule my life. I practice religion with common sense. I don't let religion practice me. So all of these buyings, it's definitely been happening for a very, very long time. But then, it's as if Nigerians have grown used, or they are used to people being needlessly being buyed, and they just continue with their lives. I think as Nigerians, we are cool that yes, that happened. Like I said, the one that happened a year later, the amount of people that were buyed, and you all heard what that Reverend Ezekiel Dakomo or Dochomo, I can't remember the name of it now. You remember all he has been saying about the Christian buyings. There was a video I posted this morning about the list of Christians that were unalive, almost 500 of them. And then Reno Mokri, that man, Nigeria must happen to that man. Reno Mokri said nothing like that's happening in Nigeria. Meanwhile, when Goodluck Jonathan and Buhari were in power, this man with his white beard, all of his hair is black, but only his beard, he only has a white beard. This man with a white beard is out here saying that no, there's no genocide of Christians in Nigeria. Meanwhile, during the regime of Buhari and Goodluck Jonathan, it was back to back talking about the genocide in Nigeria. So what has happened from when Buhari left to when Baba Tinubu came in? How? Like, what changed? he no longer talks about genocide. He's the one who's actually coming out to say, oh, there's no genocide. There's no genocide. And I'm like, what's really going on in Nigeria? So Donald Trump is saying that he wants to invade, and that once he invade, that is obviously it's the warning. It's giving the Nigerian government the chance to do something, because all of these things have been happening for years. And yes, I've been hearing people saying, oh, yes, I have my own side as well. Like, we all saw what happened in Somalia, in Iran, in Iraq, all of these places. We all saw when the United States invaded them. We all know that they are now in ruins now. They are now in like they are mostly like nothing happening there anymore. We know the aftermath, right? That's my only concern. But then people are like, oh, the United States will not come in if they don't want something. Okay, Nigeria is rich in oil. Nigeria is rich in resources, but we are still freaking borrowing billions and trillions of money. Right? As a Nigerian, people are saying, oh, if Trump comes, Trump is coming because Trump knows that Nigeria has this, because Nigeria has that, Nigeria has this, Nigeria has that Trump is not going to come for free. Nigeria is coming, Trump is coming to take our resources. So you as a Nigerian, which of Nigerian resources are you actually enjoying freely right now? Let me know in the comment section while you're watching me, or if you're going to watch this live stream back again. Let me know which of the resources in Nigeria are you as a Nigerian enjoying right now? Which of the resources? Because I just saw Very Dark Man doing the video. Oh, Trump is not just going to come. It's coming here because we have this, we have that, we have this. Please, oh, which of those resources are you as a Nigerian benefiting from? Which of those resources? Let me know. Like I said, I only just came back from Nigeria yesterday. In fact, I'm still tired. I've not had enough sleep. I have not slept well. And when next I travel, I'm traveling business class. I don't know why I travel. Something in me asked me to travel business class. But I was like, no, why should I pay more when we are all going to the same destination? So I'm not ashamed to say I traveled economy. Economy is not cheap. £1,000 to Nigeria. So I've not slept well. Now they are now saying that from January, that there's going to be a 15% something for people who are coming into Nigeria. Wherever you are coming from, you're going to be paying a certain amount of money. And like, so I will be spending over £1,000 to come into Nigeria, and the government are still going to be charging me extra money for coming to my motherland or to my fatherland. Like, make it make sense. They are just putting all of this extra money on everything. And you're wondering, what the freaking hell are they spending all of this money on? What are they spending all of this money on? So, Trump dropped that post to warn Nigeria. And Baba Tinubu replied. He responded in less than 24 hours. He responded to Trump to say that, oh, no, that does not reflect us, blah, 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 blah. This, he still did not acknowledge or respond to the allegation. You'll have thought that with the warning that President Trump gave, a good government would have said, all right, okay, let's carry out investigations. And then with such investigation, make it open and transparent that you're carrying out investigation, right? But no, our government, they are now doing, oh, they just arrested some bandits. When and how? Where did they arrest the bandits? Where? There's a few people in. Let me get Uncle Patrick in. Hello, Uncle Patrick. Good evening, sir.
Hey, Mama Five.
Sir.
You're looking beautiful. Welcome from Nigeria.
Thank you, sir. Nigeria is sweet, though.
I know one thing that you ladies do to go to Nigeria, you must do your hair. Right?
Uncle Patrick, if I tell you how much I paid for this hair, I told myself that this hair is cheap. This hair is cheap. If I were to do this hair in a salon here in the UK, I would spend nothing less than £250. Maybe that's about maybe $300 something. And I paid less than 80,000 naira for this hair. I told myself this hair is cheap.
I know. A lady just came back from Nigeria in my church. I saw her. I said, Uncle, I did it too. It was even a house service. Wow. Hey, Mama Five, let me first of all commend you on the last video you did about Trump invading America invading Nigeria. That was a very good one. The
Thank
way
you.
you spoke, eloquent. In fact,
Thank you.
you'll be a very great journalist. I was like, what? Mom of five, man. Thank God for wisdom God is endowing you with. You speak eloquent,
Thank you.
God bless you.
Amen, sir.
So, my sister, the thing don't get as a bill.
You
If you
get
see
as
my
you.
comment, the video you show, if somebody will be losing 20 members of his family in one day, it's a disaster.
It is.
I'm not happy. I put a cry emoji there that this
Yeah.
is not good.
Yeah.
This is not good. Tinubu must wake up. There must be an end to this Boko Haram. Those
Exactly.
guys with their weapons showing it to our face, and Tinubu cannot do anything.
Eh,
There must be an end to it. I don't
Absolutely.
care if Trump come in, if they didn't do it. I'm not saying America should invade Nigeria, but this is. I lost one of my cousins as a sergeant in the army. This is real. This is real, Wemimo. This has been going on for long. The politicians are involved. The Senate, they are the ones sponsoring them. Yes. If a politician should be saying through X that's happy, that's an religious extremist or what they call them. And this Muslim ticket has wreaked havoc in Nigeria. I'm not being religious this time. Let's call a spade a spade.
It's good. Absolutely.
What has been
Absolutely.
happening in Plateau, in Benue, and the government did nothing. These people should be taken out. I don't know how they are going to do it. If
Exactly.
there's
That's
any,
what I'm saying as well. Because, like I said, someone was saying in the comment section, I was on TikTok earlier. I mean, on YouTube. I mean, not YouTube, Instagram earlier on, and they were like, "Oh, that like I said, I'm surprised. It's a full 80%, I mean, maybe 70-30% of Nigerians. So 70 are saying they want Nigeria, they want US to come in, and 30 are saying they don't want him to come in. And for me, I am in between both. I am 50-50. But then let's take this as a fact that Trump has warned Tinubu. But then, like I said in the video earlier on, when I started this live stream, that I have been hearing about Boko Haram before I came into the UK in 2005. Then they will go into the church to go and be bombing the church. What were they doing then? It has continued till now that they are now kidnapping people. It has continued. It continued during the time of Goodluck. It continued during the time of Buhari. It has continued during the time of Balabulu. And they were not doing nothing freaking about it. Same thing happened in Yellow Water. That one that happened where they went to go and do that massacre. It took Baba Tinubu 3 days before him to address the public. So now Nigerians are saying they don't want him to come. And I understand as well that it's the aftermath of that invasion. Will Nigeria ever be the same again after Trump comes in? But then, how is our government going to solve this issue? How? They don't freaking have an idea how to go about it. They don't.
Remember, these people, they are aware of the people sponsoring this.
They know.
There's a lady, the woman that came out. He
I
said
think I
Tinubu
know. Yeah,
wanted
I
to
remember.
give her a position, and she says she's not accepting it. That
Yeah,
there must be an end to insecurity from where she's coming from
yeah.
her place. That she has to fly to England to meet Tinubu. These people must stop it. I'm a Nigerian. Nigeria is not safe. Yes, Nigeria, if they could be giving those people money and say they want to rehabilitate them, I don't
Exactly. It doesn't make
understand.
sense. How do you rehabilitate terrorists? How? People that what you call Yegifun. What you call
I
Yegifun?
don't understand it. It has never been done in any country before.
Not
I
at
don't
all.
understand what they're driving at. These people need to stop the killing. Yes, that's my position.
Thank you,
It's
sir.
even giving people mental edge watching that. Look at that reverend or pastor
Exactly.
talking, and
I've seen
the
lots of videos
list.
today. Videos when they were putting people in the ground. And then
Yes,
that man was like I was disturbed and I was like, oh my god. And this is happening. And Renan Mokri is saying that there is no jail. That madman, that Renan Mokri is a madman. When Goodluck was in power, he was going back to back call this government out. Oh, there's genocide, Christian genocide, Christian genocide. So what changed his mouth now during Baba Tinubu's regime? He's now saying that there's no genocide.
Well, maybe Reno will save Nigeria now, but this is getting too much. Tinubu should stand up. He said Tinubu is aware of those people sponsoring the security operative, all the they know them. You should not we are not naive. They need to stop those people. All look at everything they are showing. One man was saying now, I listened to the news. He said there was a time that they imported mercenaries. Because
Exactly.
of the money, and these people are doing a great job. They target them. Yes. He said because of the money and the politicians were gaining from the security vote, they didn't allow these people to complete their job. That must stop. Yes. Maybe this Trump coming will be a wake-up call for Tinubu because it's going to wreck his government. He will not have any government. Yeah, I don't want Trump or America to invade Nigeria, but they must stop.
I was saying earlier on that I won't be surprised if their marine is already in our waters in Nigeria. You know how America roll now. I won't be surprised if they're already in our waters.
It's like you women think together. When I said it to my wife said, "Do I know if they are even there already?"
They are probably there. You remember it was only today I found out about that one US American one US citizen that was kidnapped in Nigeria. It was when I was reading all of this news I found out that one American citizen was kidnapped and that they sent 6 soldiers into Nigeria to go
Yes,
and
now.
I was like, and we did not hear it. No news, nothing. Nigeria is a finished. I don't want to be talking it.
Yeah, because they need to stop. I'm not happy listening. There's one of my friend, an elderly man, is a retired judge. So when the Benue something crisis happened lately, remember you hearing me? We are together here in America. So I called his phone, not knowing that he was in Nigeria. He was just saying, my brother, look at what is happening to our people. The way they carry a lot of people. God will help us. So
Amen.
Tinubu need to wake up this time around. He need to wake up and do what he need to do. Yes, all those politicians, all these senators that are just sitting down there, they don't know what they are doing. They need to wake up. Yes. It's like if you have a problem in your family and you are inviting people from outside to come and help you solve it.
Yeah. Yeah. It makes sense. I understand that. Thank you so much, Uncle Patrick. Thank you so much.
Thank you. God bless you. Yeah.
My Uncle Basbos, Uncle B, I've missed you. I've missed you, Uncle Bedo. Welcome. Happy Sunday, sir. Right, Janet G, unmute yourself. You have the floor.
Good evening, sis. You're looking radiant and
Thank you.
beautiful.
Thank
I love
you.
your lashes and your hair, and your
See, this
skin
lashes,
is
my sister
glowing.
was like, let's go to a salon. You need to get your lashes done. I'm like, no, I will need to wash my face. She's like, no, don't wash your face. It will not last long. I'm like, come, I've been rubbing my face, but she was like, no, let's get it done. So I got it done.
Yeah, you look great. You look amazing. Welcome
Thank
back.
you.
Welcome
Thank you
back.
so
I
much.
hope you
Thank
brought me
you.
some suya.
I had suya every day for the first 5 days.
Oh wow.
Suya every day. I was
That's
like, I
yummy,
told
man.
myself, come, I need to eat suya. She will drive me. Yeah,
Nice
no
one.
choice.
Welcome back, man.
Thank you so much. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Right. So on the issue that we're talking about,
Yeah.
like you might have seen in my comments, I am
Yeah.
not in support of America invading Nigeria because
Okay.
America always leaves a trail of destruction behind.
Yes, I agree with you.
From the indigenous peoples when America was being formed, to Southeast Asia, Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, to Iraq, Afghanistan, Latin America. I
Yep.
could go on.
Yep.
Every way America has not succeeded in the mission that they set out for. All they have left is lasting effects
Absolutely.
that
True.
affect people until today,
True.
and
True.
with what's going on, I don't believe, and especially Trump, I do not trust that man. I do not like him. He's been kicking Nigerians out of America
Yeah.
that are legally there, and then now he wants to come and save Nigeria.
Hmm.
No, absolutely not. He wants something. They don't do. America doesn't do anything for anything. And yes, Nigerians might not be enjoying their natural resources right now, but that doesn't mean we have to hand it away to a
Hmm.
foreign power. You know, what he's trying to suggest to do is similar to what Russia is doing to Ukraine, claiming that they're Nazis in Ukraine and they're trying to liberate Ukraine from the Nazis or whatever narrative or propaganda that they want to put out there. And this is what we have. With 3 years on, the Russia-Ukrainian war is still going on. So no, I do not want America coming in. If they really want to help, supply arms for the Nigerian government, to combat these people, to train our army to be able to effectively combat the Boko Haram or the people responsible for these massacres. But the thing is that the government is using this discomfort as a tool to divide us. That's the thing. That's what they're doing. You think they're not aware of what's going on in Nigeria? They're aware. But poverty is being used as a tool to keep the elites in power.
Yeah.
It is
True.
by design
Yeah.
that Nigerians are being kept poor.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
they've introduced a tax system that's going to affect poorer people and even make
Exactly.
them poorer.
Exactly. And then again, I was actually gonna do that as a sit down video. So I was in Nigeria. Obviously, I wasn't just come back from Nigeria, and I was not far away from the MM2, the airport. I'm just like maybe 5 minutes, and you have to go through the toll gates. The toll gate that gets into the airport.
Mm-hmm.
Every time you drive through that toll gate, you pay 300 naira. So if you drive through that toll gate 100 times a day, you pay 300 naira. And I was like, that is extortion. And the kind of traffic that is going through that toll gate, people who are going to the airport, local, international, they will have to go through that toll gate.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, why should they have to pay 300 naira each and every time you drive through that toll gate? What happens to buying a card? Or what happens to making it an automatic gate? Like here in the UK, if you're going to go into an airport, there's a barrier. You buy a card, maybe not like once, but maybe maybe 3 times a day that you go through it. Like buy a day card that allows you, you tap and go. Like I can remember a day, at least a day. My sister drives me through that road at least 5 times a day.
See, so you're spending
And I was like,
1,500 every
exactly.
single
It's
day.
like six whatever it is, 300 naira, and I'm like, whoa, like how is that possible? What are they doing?
And what are they doing with the money?
What are they doing with the
How are
money?
people
And the roads are
surviving?
terrible. And the roads are terrible. What are they using that money for?
Exactly, and the fact that they now want to start taxing people,
Exactly.
progressive tax up to
They're going to
25,
tax like 15% or something.
Yeah,
They'll
exactly.
probably be adding that to our ticket or something. That's what they're going to do.
Yes, we're going to have extra taxes on our tickets. And this is the thing. The problem in Nigeria is that the only good thing that I would say that has come out of Trump's warning is hopefully it will make Tinubu sit up and look at and do something. It can't just be continuously swept under the carpet, because the world is now watching and they should actually do something. But the Nigerian government definitely has to wake up and do something about this massacre that's been going on, like you said, since 2005. It's almost Boko Haram is almost synonymous with the millennium. Well, we hit the year 2000.
It's been going on for that long. It's not done anything about it.
And nothing's been done.
Just like Queen Mu said here, that you can't keep doing something and expect a different result. Nigeria government has been in since. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I said, like, half of Nigerians, half of saying let them come in. The only reason why I'm a bit hot and cold about them coming in is the aftermath. Because even
it's the aftermath. You see, Nigeria is for all intents and purposes, things are actually beginning to slightly get better. It's negligible, but there is a slight improvement there. And I just don't see America coming in and maintaining that. They're going to just set us back. So it's going to be 1 foot forward and 5 steps
20
back
back. Yeah.
sort of situation. I
Mm.
know for a fact once America lands somewhere, they don't leave quickly.
They
Look
don't
at
know.
Afghanistan's been there 20 years.
Mm.
20 years
And
they
they've
were in
done it properly.
Afghanistan. And look at Afghanistan back under the hands of the Taliban. That's
Mm.
what's going to happen to Nigeria. It's going to be 20 years of just nonsense,
Mm,
and
sure.
then Boko Haram will still be back there as soon as they leave again.
Yeah.
I don't believe in that. They want to help us train our military. That will be good. Give us weapons.
Mm.
Yes, do that. So have some sort of maybe a very very limited have some sort of an agreement. Just don't
Yeah.
just barge in with no terms of engagement
Mm.
or limit or numbers or where they can be. The thing is that even if they do land in coming to Nigeria, how are they even going to move around?
Exactly.
How when we don't even have decent roads? What is going to be
I
the
mean,
logistics
I would
of
imagine
it?
they'll be going to the states where where the issue is. So obviously, the most of the issue is in
Yeah,
the
but you still have to know the lay of the land. You still, no matter how you do it, you can't. This is not something that you could just purely fight from the air. You
from the
will
head.
need,
True.
you still need precision. You can have
Yeah.
precision drones and all that stuff, but you still need ground forces.
People on
How
the
are they
ground.
going to
Yeah.
feed themselves while they're
Yeah.
in unless they're going to come with their own food and water and things like that?
You know when they do stuff
It's a
like that, you know when they do stuff like that, they always come prepared. They come prepared.
yeah, but I still believe that they still need to know the lay of the land. You just don't.
Yeah.
I mean, you're coming from a completely different continent.
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
Google Earth is not it's not
Like
that
said Google
accurate.
Earth.
Google Earth is like 3 years old. What you see on Google Earth right now
It's
is
not current.
is not current. So the thing is, this is how I see it. We need to be very very cautious. Even if Nigeria is going to engage America's help, they need to have some form of like written agreement
Yeah.
how they're going to do it, when they're going to leave, because
Yeah.
they have to leave. The problem is that they just don't freaking leave, and then they'll start possibly taking over oil companies, the oil refineries that were just beginning to get the oil refineries up and running, and then they want to oh no, it's just going to be a nightmare. I'm sorry, I'm just not for it. I'm not for it. So I think that we should proceed with caution, and Tinubu needs to stand up for our sovereignty.
Yeah.
The Geneva Convention does not allow for sovereign nations to just invade another sovereign nation. When Nigeria has not attacked um, um, America, why would they come and invade? And if
Exactly.
they're going to do a humanitarian effort, it has to be approved by the UN, in my opinion, and they have to. This is just my opinion anyway. I don't know much about international relations, but I
I
just
do
don't think that you can just go into another country and say you're just going to save the day without the permission of the country that you're going to do. If it's going to be humanitarian aid or something like that, that's completely different. But even then, the country still has to invite you to come in. You just don't lurk around in the waters of the nation hoping to strike at some point and just say you're just going to come in. That's just wrong. I know that Trump did start a Department of War, but we should not be the guinea pig for his Department
Exactly.
of War.
Yeah.
You understand? So
Yeah.
anyway, that's my
Okay.
contribution on that
Thank you
matter.
so much. Thank you so much, Janet, for coming. Thank you so much. So, guys, obviously, I have just saved up some posts I saw earlier on. So, not long after President Trump said he was preparing his Department of War, this guy here, Pete Hegseth, he said that the Department of War is preparing for action in Nigeria following reports of attacks on Christians in the country. And like I said earlier on, that I won't be surprised if they're already in our waters, maybe in Lekki, Which water is that? Which of the water are they going to come in? I won't be surprised if they are already in our waters. I won't be surprised if they are already there. So according to him, he says here that yes, sir, the buying of innocent Christians in Nigeria and anywhere must end immediately. The Department of War is preparing for action. Either the Nigerian government protects Christians. So now it's more or less like they are still giving the Nigerian government the chance to rectify, to solve the issue on ground. So how long they are giving Baba Tinubu, I don't know. How long they are giving the Nigerian government, I do not know. But I would imagine that that post from Trump has unsettled Nigerian president for him to respond in less than 24 hours. There have been serious cases of incidents happening in Nigeria, and our president has not written a personal letter or a personal statement. He's not done that. But this time around, I think I love what Trump has done. I love what Trump has done. Trump has pressed on his neck and he has responded. Now, those people who are saying years ago that there was genocide and they're now saying there's no more genocide, all of their tweets, all of the things they said, internet, don't forget, if you post something on the internet, trust me, in 40 years' time, when you say something against what you posted, the internet will bring it back to you. So most of the posts made by Fani Kayode, by Reno Mokre, and a few other people, those posts are now being shared widely on how they were going on about, oh, there's thousands of genocide going on in Nigeria, and Goodluck Jonathan is doing nothing about it, and Buhari did nothing about it. Now those people are now saying, oh, where's the genocide? So in my own opinion, like I said, I'm 50-50. See, if only if the US says they are only going into the region where the bandits are, then I will say, of course, open the door, let them come in. And then before they come in, they are only going to go to where the bandits are. And once they neutralize the bandits, they leave. There has to be an agreement. How long are you coming in for? You're only going to go target the bandits. The bandits, no one else, nowhere else. And how long are you staying for? How long is that going to go? What do you need from us? There has to be, for my own, no, that's my own condition. If I'm going to allow them come, there has to be sit down laid rules. You are coming to to help with the bandits to make sure that they are neutralized. And once they are neutralized, either you train our armies, but then our people, you can't train Olopa in Nigeria that they no longer, now if you tell them that you don't have money, they are giving account number. Yes, I was in the car with my sister. Policeman stopped us. My sister said she does not have cash. Police officer gave my sister account number behind the wheel. My sister was driving. She said she did not have cash on her. Nigerian police gave my sister account number for her to transfer money. So all of this bribery, corruption, and thing is never going to stop in Nigeria. We're just going to have to live with it. And I was furious. Like, what the hell? And my sister was like, oh, leave them alone. No, everything's not content. I'm like, no, this is not content. You guys are the ones. If you keep giving them, they will keep asking. Because tell me why a Nigerian officer on the road who's meant to protect you is stopping you, asking you, madam, anything for the boys for the weekend. I digress. Only if there's an agreement, you are coming into the region to target the bandits, to target whoever are the culprits. How long are you going to stay for? How long are you staying for? And you are leaving. Yes, you leave. You don't stay. You don't take anything back. But if they're not going to agree to that terms and condition, that's why I said, okay, 50-50. In a way, part of me is agreeing that they come, and part of me is like, I don't want to give them 100% because, like I said, it's the aftermath, because the aftermath is going to reach everybody. Now, everybody go suffer. Jenny said, and how much are police being paid? Yeah, my sister asked the same question. I was like, come, if the job is not paying, go do transport, go do Uber, go do business. Go do business. If police officers are not being paid that much, you're not forced to join the force. So leave the job. Go and become a kabu. Go and drive a minibus. Go and be driving Lagos to Abuja by road. They make money. Go and learn a trade, or go and start doing AI or something. Like, or they should do Uber because there's money in Uber. But extorting people when every damn thing in Nigeria, if they're not bringing in tax today, they're bringing in something tomorrow. They're not bringing something tomorrow. You can imagine the minimum wage in Nigeria is 70,000 naira, and it's out of that 70,000 naira that police officer will stop you on the road and is asking you, is anything for the boys for the weekend? I said my sister was not giving penny, but my sister said she already transferred. I said, why did you transfer the money? And yes, I would imagine that that was not his real account number. They'll probably ask somebody who has like a maybe POS business. At the end of the day, they'll go and collect their own share. And I was also discussing this with another sister before I left Nigeria. And she was like, oh, is that the one I saw? That in her own case, she was given a POS. They were going about with a POS machine. Yes, Nigerian police officer stopped a Nigerian sister. She said she doesn't have cash as well. They said, oh, madam, we have POS here. Nigerian police, POS. Anyway, like I said, that video, I've already made that video. I'm going to upload it at some point where I share my experience of Nigerian police and stuff. So that's the only reason why I'm like, you know what? Obviously, there was another post as well that I saw. And people were like, oh, I think it was this guy called Gay or something. People were like, oh, that we don't need yet. I've seen people saying that Nigeria don't need that Nigeria don't need the US coming in and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, Nigeria do not need the US. Okay, how do we solve this issue? What do you want to go and use to fight the bandits when they come to attack you? How do you fight? How do you protect yourself? How? It's been going on for years. It's not a matter of this thing just started happening 2 years ago. It's been going on for years, and our government has not done freaking nothing about it. And it's surprising that after Trump said it was coming, they now said, I saw a post saying that they have arrested some bandits. Who are the bandits? When did they arrest them? When did they arrest those bandits? I really want to know. I've been trying to find that post. I can't find it. I saw it on another blogger's page right now, but I think Aisha Yusufu, what was her name? Aisha Yusufu did a video about it already. That they said that they arrested some bandits. And I'm like, which bandits? When? When did they arrest the bandits? When? When did they arrest the bandits? When did they arrest the bandits? I'm trying to find that post now. That they arrested it says there that we have crushed terror cells. When did they crush the terror cells? When? Good evening, Papi. Welcome, sir. When did they crush the terror cells? When? So now they now know now that Boko Haram, those Islamic people are now terrorists, right? They said they arrested 20 terrorists. They rescued 17 kidnapped victims nationwide within 48 hours. That's a freaking fucking lie. Hello, Biba. That's a freaking lie. How many kidnapped victims has the Nigerian government actually released? It is Harrison Gwamishu that is going about in what is this? It is in Delta State. That guy and his team are the ones going to villages, bushes to go and be rescuing kidnapped victims. There have been several cases. There was a time this Iowa guy, a guy who is from the Iowa group, that guy was kidnapped. It took how many weeks? And after his family raised money for him to be released. How many of these numbers of people who are being kidnapped as the Nigerian government actually, How many? How many? So, okay, people who are now saying that they don't want him to come, how do we get rid of these people because they are going by the day? There was a time where some press people were actually interviewing these Boko Haram people, and I'm like, Chineke God, will this be the US? The US will have them. But media people were sitting down, they were dialoguing with them, filming them, like what they want and stuff like that. And I was like, what the hell? And also, some people that were arrested as terrorists, you now say that you are rehabilitating them. How? How do you rehabilitate people that have once killed people before? People who have killed people needlessly. You are now saying it's only Nigerian government that is rehabilitating terrorists. You are rehabilitating them, putting them back in the community to do what? Anyway, I'm rounding up, guys. I don't want to be here for a very long time. I just saw this update. So let me read your comment. Kwemo, hello Kwemo. Kwemo said it's convenient to be skeptical about America stepping in, but if we put ourselves in the victim's shoes, America is coming is in order. Well, like I said, there's mixed feelings everywhere. 50% says yes, 50% say no. Vivian said vanillas are quite inclusive, while Africans are quite the opposite. So they don't care for the sufferings of other kin folks. Janice is replying to him, say America should help in non-invasive ways. I think it's past that time that America could help in non-invasive ways because, like I said, it's been ongoing for a very. Like I said, I mean, I'm 42 now, and I left Nigeria in 2005. I left Nigeria. I mean, all these cases of Boko Haram going into churches, buying people. It was not long after I left Nigeria that it started happening that we're hearing of Boko Haram going into churches, committing all those atrocities. It's been happening for years. It's been happening for years. So, and this government, if they really want to do something about it, they will have done something about it. They know the origin of where these things are coming from. So why did that one tweet stirred the camp of the Nigerian government and they responded? Like you guys know that Abala Blue does not respond to things like that. No, things that have been more serious than that. He has not responded. Glory said, but on the other hand, their comment could be beneficial to us. Well, people are saying, obviously, because of the experience of Somalia, Iraq, Afghanistan, they're like, well, they came, US went to those places. Look at what has become of them. How are we sure that will not be the case of Nigeria? So Janet said they are being paid 85,000 naira a month. Like I said, if the job is not jobbing for them, let them go find another job. Vivian said America still has no right to invade a sovereign nation without provocation. Why isn't Trump concerned about Sudan, the Fulan Gong, Rohingya Muslims, Ugu, Yadeze, Baha? We also know that the Reverend Ezekiel, he made lots of videos of where all of this massacre, all of this spying has been happening, and he was calling out that the US was coming to Nigeria. That the US, maybe if I do another video, I'm trying to do compilation of what Nigerians are saying about this talk of US coming. There was a video of him. He was standing in the pit where bodies have been put to the ground, and they were like, the US was coming. Look at all of this genocide happening. It's happening in so places. This is what they don't report. It was, and there was also a list of over 500 and something people that have been unalived by, obviously because they were Christians. So people have been calling out for help. People have been calling out for help. So if the help is now coming, maybe they have to sit at the round table. Who knows? Maybe this meeting that President Tinubu is going to now, because I saw a report, that was why it tries to come online. There's a report that says that Tinubu has arranged for an emergency meeting with President Trump. And as it is, Trump is not going to go to Nigeria. It's Bella Blue that will have to travel to Trump to go and discuss that meeting. And I'm so much interested in find out what that meeting is all about. And like I said in the beginning of this live stream, that look at the case of that girl, that Ochanya girl, even the first lady of Nigeria. She is yet to say a freaking F about it. She is yet to say anything about it. That would happen in the UK. And you will not see a press conference straight away. Well, either starting from the MPs to the local church pastors, there will have been something. But no, we are yet to see one. All I want to say is that they don't really care about us. They don't freaking care about us. All they know is that they impose tax. They borrow money in trillions, in billions. They keep borrowing and borrowing money. But I love what that tweet that President Trump tweeted. I love what it has done in these past few days, because yes, maybe, just maybe, this is what Nigeria needs to wake our Nigerian government up that if you guys don't sort this, then we are coming in. But then, like I said, I'm skeptical. I really don't want them to come, and I want them to come also. So here, that's them there saying that they are preparing for war. And yes, this is Fani Kayode here saying that this was his post he tweeted in 2019, saying that Nigeria has. So he said in 2019, Nigeria has had more Christians spied, more churches bombed and burnt, and more clerics are being killed than any other country in the world over the last 58 years. And then he continued, these are all his posts, to show how Christians are easily manipulated, demanding their inability to rise against the wanton spying of Christians, but are quick to rally concerning a IAP that will call blah, 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 blah. He went on talking about, the spying of Christians, this, that, only for him to now make another post recently saying that, what are they talking about? Like, where is the genocide? It's a long read. I don't really want to read it, but you guys can see if you have the chance, maybe if you're watching this later, feel free to go watch back. So that was the tweet he posted in 2019 that there's obviously pines, and now there's no longer pine according to him. Also, political commentator Fakayo, they are accusing President Trump of foisting. So now they are accusing Trump that he wants to bring war into Nigeria, just as the country is starting to get its economy right. Which economy is Nigeria getting right? So this doctor here said, first time Nigeria started getting its economy right, a foolish Donald Trump wants to foist a war on us. There is some truth in there. They won't allow us to develop theory of the Pan-Africanist. I know some of you can't repost it because I tagged Trump himself. You see the black man's timidity and self-hate still lies at the bottom of our underdevelopment episode. What economy is right? Chigoze, waiting they had for your kai? Which waiting you had? Waiting they had for this your kai? You know, you are part of the people that will not let everything work well in Nigeria. Chigoze, which of your papa dirty linen I put out for here? Which of your papa boxers I put out for here? If it's because I'm talking about the police, I will talk about them till eternity comes. Because why the frying fork is a Nigerian police officer asking you for money 5:30 a.m. in the morning, telling you what do you have for the guys? Chigoze, you are not all right. Whatever it is that they mix for your kai, go back to where you buy your kai and tell them say they don't mix them well. Okay? Hello, Bankies, welcome. How are you? All right, okay, Uncle Patrick, I'm rounding up. The guys, I've got about 5 minutes to round up now, so I don't want to miss Uncle Beno's I don't want to miss Uncle Beno's Sunday school. So, guys, you guys know Uncle Beno's page, so feel free to join in about the Uncle Beno. It's starting in about 13 minutes, so I'm going to round up soon. So, that Egypt that just distracted me. Anyway, let's continue. So, what economy is better? The economy that you keep borrowing money, and you tell us that you are no longer owing so, but then you've gone down to another bank or to another country to go borrow money. Like, what's this man talking about? Anyway, let's move on. I wanted to find that post saying that Bala Blue, you know, let's so that's the post here. Tinubu to meet Trump over Christian genocide claims Boala. So President Tinubu is expected to meet with his United States counterpart Donald Trump over the recent claims of Christian genocide in Nigeria. Disclosing this in a statement on X, the special advisor to the president's policy communication, Daniel Bwala, said the meeting would happen in quote in the coming days. Bwala stressed the commitment of both leaders to combating insurgency and terrorism, saying Trump has supported Nigeria by authorizing arms sales, which the president has effectively utilized in the fight against terrorism, yielding significant results. So Bala Blue is set to go to the United States, and I'm shocked that Nigeria is still getting hate from the US. I'm shocked when I read that post. I'm like, okay. Bala Blue must go because he doesn't want to lose the hate that Nigeria is still getting. And this aid, where are all these aids? I need to go carry out more research. Where do these aids that the US is sending to Nigeria, where do these aids go? It will be interesting. If any of you has any information, please send it to my DM, okay? And you guys can see videos of other, massacring that. That's that part. That's that reverend there.
Just of genocides, including small children. Very soon, I will make a press release. I will present how small children are among those that are killed. I will present the recent killings that Nigerian government don't want the world to know. They are saying that I am opposing my own government, exposing them. Okay. Are they not exposing us?
There's another video I want us to watch, actually. That one, I love when he speaks. Obviously, Shawara is saying no one should celebrate the US military invasion announcement by President Trump. So he's saying that we should not celebrate. He says that the latest threat by US President Donald Trump to launch military action in Nigeria, allegedly to protect Christians, may sound appealing to some. Still, history has shown this to be perilous. Whether you are Christian, Muslim, animist, or non-religious, no one should celebrate such rhetoric. The United States and its allies have a long record of military interventions that leave nations more unstable than before. Yeah, that's my fear as well. They failed to secure peace in Afghanistan, Iraq, Libya, or Syria, even Somalia, and they won't bring salvation to Nigeria through bombs or boots on the ground. obviously, yeah, it's the aftermath that I am thinking. Is the aftermath, like, will this actually rectify things? That's what we don't know. We can't see the future. What Nigeria truly needs is not a foreign savior, but legitimate, accountable leadership, one that protects all citizens, upholds justice, and hence the cycles of corruption and violence that have left the nation broken. But how do you intend? How do you intend to do that? Who is the person? Who is the legitimate? Who is the legitimate? Which of the positions that we have accountable? Which of them? Start from the Senate. How many of them can you say boldly that, oh, this is who I think will run Nigeria better? Who? Yeah, people have been campaigning for Peter Obi, but now the power is in the hands of Bala Blue. Bala Blue is already looking for another 4 years. He's still got another 2 years to go. He's already planning for another 4 years. How do you intend to make him and his people serve Nigeria? Because this government don't freaking listen to Nigerians. They don't listen to Nigerians. They don't listen to us. It's only Nigerian government that don't listen to their people. You don't listen to the cries, to the concerns of your citizens. You're meant to be working for Nigerians. But in this regard, you are now putting Nigeria in a place whereby if you talk, I slap your face. And government should be working for Nigerians, but it's the other way around. We have a government where you can't talk. You can't tell your government, this is not right. You need to start listening to it, but they're not freaking listening. So a government that is not listening to you, how do you expect them to actually bring a solution to what is impacting or affecting you as a citizen? How? Look at what's happening in the UK. The UK people are complaining that no more immigrants, no more immigrants. What did the UK government do? They started cutting some visa types. They started from students. If you're a student, you can't bring in your dependent anymore. As time went on, they are the one that said, oh, they needed care workers. They opened the door for care workers to come. As time went on, they had enough care workers. As it is, they scrapped the care worker visa. They are listening. The UK government listened to their people. There's been protests for the past few weeks before I left to go to Nigeria. That asylum seekers are being placed in hotels. People in that city, they all came out. Say, lie. How can you be putting asylum seekers in hotels when we be Britiko, born and bred? We have worked, we have paid tax. There are some of us that are homeless. You are not putting homeless people in hotels. You don't want to go and put asylum seekers in hotels. They protest for weeks. At the end of the day, some of those hotels, they had to close them down and they did not put any asylum seekers in those hotels. That is because their government are listening. And yes, they were able to weigh in how this is actually impacting the society. Yes, the amount of people that have come in, the NHS in the UK is struggling. That's why some people and people like me, I have private healthcare. God forbid anything will happen to my enemy that will not be able to go to my GP. But if the treatment is going to take forever, I'm going to go and activate my private healthcare. In a normal day, years ago when the UK was better, there's no need for somebody to have a private healthcare. But because the NHS is struggling, the amount of migrants, immigrants, all of us that we are here, not be only Nigerians. So when I say immigrant from all over the world. So the UK now has more than they can chew. And the Britons are complaining. And the government said, okay, if you commit crime and you are indefinite to remain, we'll send you back. If you're a student, you're coming here to study, you're not bringing your dependents. Maybe only if you're coming for a research program that you're allowed to bring, or if you're a doctor or something, you're allowed to bring your family. But if you're a student, no chance, you're not bringing your family. And if you study masters here, normally they give you 2 years to find a job. Now it's now 18 months. If you don't find a job, you leave. They are listening. But our own government, they don't listen to us. They don't give a F about us. Let me read your comment, guys, and I'll round up. BM said he thought he was giving yours UN to help you fight this terrorist away, but they didn't hear. They've been lending them out, and we are spying on a lot of people video, so we can tell. Okay. Vivian said, Olani, can you listen and comprehend? How is she bashing the government? I did not see that Olani's comment too. Olani, I don't have time for you. Okay. I suppose those of you that will come here and come and tell me that I suppose you're not Nigerian. I know you are not in Nigeria. If you're here and you're listening to me talk and you're telling me that, why am I talking like this? Am I not Nigerian? I am born and bred bona fide Nigeria. And if you're a Nigerian and you're mad or you're upset at the fact that I'm saying the things I'm saying, it's obviously clear that you don't live in Nigeria. So you wouldn't know how it is. When I started this live stream, I only just came back from Nigeria yesterday, and I said Nigeria is sweet. In fact, I'm already planning on going back for December, but I can't afford £1,700 for tickets. If I find £1,700 today, I will book my next flight to Nigeria in December. Nigeria is good. I was in Lagos and Ibadan, and when I was there, it was fairly safe, but I can't say the same for every other state in Nigeria. So, Olaniyi Adekoya, if your brain is not braining for you, it's better you keep quiet, or you open the door and exit out of here. Okay? BM International said, what people are doing with those weapons that we gave, we trade with you most of the resources. We've always had good relations. I feel like and try to be there for Africa because a lot of Africans are here in America. That is not true. We do not hate your what is your. Please, when you're writing English, please write your English. I can't bite my tongue. Please, I can't bite my tongue because I want to read English. Please, if you are constructing your sentences, please make it readable. Okay. So just like I was saying, Nigerian government don't listen. They don't freaking listen. They make all of these policies, they make all of these rules, and when it's time for them to apply it, they don't apply it to themselves. But when it is somebody else, they know how to apply it. What I'm trying to say in essence that if only our government would just listen to what Nigerians are complaining about. I was just saying earlier on about the toll gates when you're going to the international airports. Why the freaking hell should you have to pay 300 naira each time you drive through that toll gate? Why do you have to pay 300 naira every time you drive through that toll gate? So let's say you are a cabman. Obviously, you are driving around the Keja, Murtala Mohammed Airport. I mean, you are driving through that airport all the time. Let's say in a day you drive through that toll gate 10 times a day. That's 3,000 naira. There are better ways to manage that toll gates. Why should people pay 300 naira? Like a few times that my sister drove, my sister was like, I don't have cash now. I was like, okay, if they catch you, it got to a stage by one of the guys recognized my sister. She was like, no, you can use your POS, you can use your card, they have POS. It doesn't make sense that there's a toll gate in a very busy road and you have to pay money each time you drive through it. It doesn't make sense. Why don't you put a barrier there? Put something like a card machine where you buy a day card. Some people might not even come back via that toll gate again. Maybe buy a card that will give you a day access to go and come. But each and every time you go, you pay 300 naira. Make it make sense. So I'm rounding up, guys. I'm rounding up. All I'm going to say is this. I am still of the opinion that if the US are going to come, there has to be like written terms and conditions. You're only coming to help sort the issue of the bandits and terrorists. And there's going to be a time frame and you will leave by that time. And when you're leaving, you're not taking anything. No strings attached. So before they're allowed to come in, they have to sit down at the round table to decide what they're actually coming to do, for how long, and what do they want in return. So it's better they know what the US want, because people are like, oh, US don't do anything for free. US know Nigeria has oil. US know Nigeria has resources. But then, like I said earlier on, as a Nigerian, which of those resources are you enjoying freely, that you know that you don't need to do bad books with anybody to enjoy that resources? Which of those resources are you enjoying? Which of those resources? If you're being honest with yourself as a Nigerian, which of the resources available in Nigeria are you enjoying freely? Let me know in the comment section. And also, maybe if the US comes in, they might get rid of the terrorists. Maybe, but then that's why I said I am 50-50. I am team, let him come, and I'm team, let him not come. Honey babe, how are you? I'm just rounding up now. I want to go and join Uncle Patrick's Sunday school. So like I said, I really don't know. But yes, I think 80% of Nigerians are wanting Trump to come, and 20% are saying no, They don't want him to come. And I understand clearly why. Obviously, we've seen Afghanistan, we've seen Iraq, we've seen Libya, we've seen Syria, even Somalia. We've seen what happened after the US went there. So I clearly understand why, but then how long can we keep watching lives being taken needlessly in Nigeria? How long? Like I said in my previous video, police are doing their own. Dangote truck is buying people anyhow. No accountability. Nobody to be held responsible. It is not even about Christian lives now. Like I said, Christians are not being killed in Lagos. Christians are not being killed in, like, there are fairly some states that are safe in Nigeria, but the area, the specific region in Nigeria where this genocide is going on, there are proof. There's somebody that is out there saying that these things are happening. And yes, we've seen some of our government, they've pushed back to say, oh, no, it's not happening. There's nothing. You know what, guys? I'm going to leave this here. But like I said, I'm hoping that this meeting they are going to go for is going to yield results where this will be resolved. If not, I don't know. I don't know which way for Nigeria. With that being said, guys, thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate you being here. And just let's be good. Let's be good to one another. And like I said, I just came back from Nigeria yesterday. I'm still pretty much jet lagged. I've not slept well. Nigeria is sweet. I enjoyed my 11 days in Nigeria. I absolutely enjoyed my stay in Nigeria. And in fact, my loved ones were like, you need to come back for 30th December. And I'm like, I was looking at the ticket. The ticket was 1,607 something pounds if I fly BA. And I'm like, no, if I spend 1,000, what was spending money? So I don't think this December is going to happen for me. But yes, Nigeria is sweet. I was in Lagos and I was in Ibadan and it was fairly fine. But can I say the same for the other states in Nigeria? I can't, unfortunately. I can't. Hence why I will not rubbish what that reverend was saying about what has been happening about the genocide in the state that has been going on about. I will not rubbish it. Yes, if anybody has any idea on how to get all of these bandits sorted in Nigeria, maybe you should pitch it to Nigerian government. Maybe they will listen. Glory, I bought kuli kuli. See, I bought kuli kuli. I bought peanuts. I've got 3 tubs of this. If you see my bag of food, I was not allowed to carry my palm oil. Obviously, it was frozen, but by the time I got to the airport, it started defrosting. So they were like, no, you can't take it. So I also asked my staff to take it back. I got everything I wanted. The only thing I didn't bring back was suya. But I got everything I wanted. I got fish. I got more. Like, I got a lot of stuff. I was going to do unboxing, but man, guys, I don't know how you guys do it. Everything is now in my fridge. I didn't do any unboxing, but yeah, I was able to get everything I want. BM Dasher said, we are barely allowed to even vacation there. My fiance's over there. Okay. BM said, well done and outspoken. Please ignore any negative comment. You're using your voice for the greater or like keyboard warriors. May have said my own, because at the end of the day, I'm a Nigerian. And I'll forever be in Nigeria. Like, I went to Nigeria. I was super. You know what? At some point, while I was at the airport, before we got down from the flight, the thought just came into my mind, what if I got arrested at the airport? I don't know why that thought came into my mind. I was like, what if somebody recognizes me and say, now that girl for you to be that? And then we arrived there in Nigeria. Obviously, I got people there to get me, okay? And then we're coming. I had my Ray-Ban glasses on, and it was on record. I was like, I'm not giving room for any nonsense. But yeah, I had people who were there to collect me anyway to make sure I was it. But then the thought was in my mind that what if they nab me? Say, now that girl for you to be this. When they talk, say, that thought was in my mind up until I saw the people who were going to come get me. They got me. They were able to get me clearance, and I was able to get out of there on time. I don't know why that thought came into my mind. It's hard, though. This job is hard, man. Biba, you're laughing. I swear, that thought came into my mind. We were just about, I think it was when our plane touched down. That thought just entered my mind that, oh, girl, you are now in Nigeria. What if somebody recognizes you or from your name? And with that being said, I actually found one of my subscribers as well. She just landed in Nigeria as well. We met when we were trying to get our bags. She was like, oh, you're mom of 5, right? I said, yes. She was like, oh, look, I saw you earlier on. She introduced me to her sister. And I'm like, no matter now that I have a subscriber at the airport now, I hope they will not come and nab me. I swear to God, I don't know where that thought came from. I'm like, hey, what if somebody recognizes me from my videos, and they're like, "Mom, can we see you in the corner?" But my trip to Nigeria, it went well. There was no issues at the airport at all, and which I was quite happy about. I'm gonna do a review. I'm gonna do all of those videos later on. My trip was fine. I entered, and obviously, I did say in the video I uploaded that there happens to be northerners, a lot of northerners at the airport. I don't know why that is. I don't know why that is. Every person while I was getting into Nigeria that I saw, at the customs, at the immigration, they were all northerners. When I was coming back, I think there was a mix of them. It was a mix of northerners. It was a mix of maybe Yorubas. There was not a lot of Igbos, but a handful of Yorubas. Majority were northerners. And I remember when I went in 2021, the immigration officer that asked me, why are you going back to why are you in Nigeria with your Nigerian passport? And no, I was leaving to come back to the UK, and they were like, "Oh, how come you don't have a Nigerian passport?" And I'm like, "I applied, but I'm only in Nigeria for 2 weeks, so the passport is not ready." I recognized that immigration officer when I was coming back on Friday. There, it was the same immigration officer. So I was like, "Mister, I recognize you from 2021," and we're like, "How?" And I explained, and they were like, "It will always be me." Very lovely, very very lovely man. So yeah, my trip was fine, and I was still like, "No, guys." I'm not saying it because I want to catch cruise. I want to still be able to go to Nigeria, to know that it's safe, But with all of these things going on, it's not, I don't know, but we just have to keep doing our best. Anyway, guys, I'm ranting now. Let me go. Like I said, there are going to be videos of, I've got a long vlog. I think I'm just going to do one long, if it's 1 hour, I'm going to put all of those videos together and do it once and for all, because I don't want to be doing short vlogs. I'm going to do it as one vlog and just upload it. That's going to be the only one vlog from my trip to Nigeria that you guys will see. Maybe two, because I have two small businesses I want to introduce to you guys. So 2 vlogs. There's one I've already uploaded. You guys will watch sometimes this week. And then one long vlog of everything. I don't think I want to share my sister's video. I don't think I want to share my sister's wedding video on the internet. No, I don't think I want to share that. Maybe short snippet, but I don't think I want to, because I captured all the ceremony. I don't think I want to share that. It's a private moment for her. I don't think I want to share that. So you guys will just see what I was up to for me, but not my sister's ceremony. I won't be sharing that. Okay. Obviously, for safety, I know be on Babolowo. I know be on Babolowo. With that being said, guys, thank you so much. Let us go and watch. Let's go to UB's channel. You guys know Uncle Beno. Let's go to Uncle Beno's channel. Let's go for Sunday school. I didn't go to church today, so we need Jesus in our life. Let's go there. Thank you so much, guys. And hopefully, if there's any further updates about this meeting, thank you so much, Bankers Corner. If there's any further updates, I will be bringing it to you guys. So I'm not back to work until Wednesday. So yeah. Vivian V said, "You look really lovely." The weather. See, the weather was absolutely beautiful. It was not too hot. It was not too cold. It was just maybe because I was everywhere I went, I was out of the house, into the car, AC. Do I want to do back into the car, AC, back into the house, AC. Uncle Beno is his channel. Let me put it there. I don't have a link here, but it's Uncle Beno. If you type Uncle Beno, Glory Chema, if you type Uncle Beno, you'll find his channel. I'm going to join you there soon. So the weather in Nigeria was really good. I love all of the outfit I took with me. In fact, I brought something back. I don't even know why I brought this back to blow my hair. I hijacked this from my dad. I don't know why I brought this back. I didn't even need it everywhere I went to in Nigeria. I didn't need it because I was going from one place to the other, into the car, AC, chilled, do I want to do, back to the car, AC, chilled. Even when I had to move into an hotel, because I had to move out of the apartment I was in because somebody else had to go in there. AC but still, I was not able to use cold water to shower. The 11 days I was in Nigeria, I did not shower with cold water. It was hot water. I don't know, but yes, it was hot water. I could not shower with cold water while I was in Nigeria. So it was hot water. Maybe not hot, lukewarm, but not cold. Yeah, not cold. I don't know, maybe I'm the only one. But the last time I was in Nigeria as well, I could not shower with cold water. There was no way I'm going to shower with cold water. It was with warm water. And yeah, Nigeria was really, really good. Yeah, so Abebe, don't mind my Abebe. It will be useful for me in summer here. I'm gonna go and hide it. So yeah, so it's a song. You don't chop it with the well. I chop. You guys will see my vlog. Let me not talk too much. You guys will see my vlog. I'll maybe upload the vlog and you guys will watch it maybe on Wednesday or over the weekend, next weekend, so that it's like a weekend thingy. I'll just do one big vlog. Maybe it might be up to an hour. I'm not sure. I will do that, and then a short vlog of two businesses I want to introduce you guys to, a small business and a catering and hotel business I want to introduce you guys to. And obviously, you guys now have a small side business. So if you're in the UK, shop my business, shop my website www.tmo5candle.co. Christmas is coming. Come and buy your Christmas scented candles, your wax melts, your room sprays, all of your gifts, potpourris. My website is available there. www. Let me put my website here. So patronize me this Christmas, guys. And I think I have a video where I'm introducing my business again. So you guys come and shop with me, support a small business, and I really appreciate. So that's my website there. I ship throughout the UK as well. You can find me on TikTok as well. So you can shop my product on TikTok and you can also shop them on my website as well. I really appreciate it, guys. Anyway, let's go for Bible studies. Thanks so much, guys, and I will see you guys later. All right. Bye, everyone.